Hello, my name is Jetlag and I'm a little bit rewbossed at the moment.
So this is the train that's going to take me to the airport. The adventure begins. So this is my first morning in America ever, and transatlantic flight is not necessarily a very good introduction to a country, and particularly I just feel at the moment, I think I slept last night. Yeah, I slept last night, but I'm tired, I'm hungry, I've got a headache, so on with the conference.
So I went down to register to meet my colleagues from various different help forums in various different languages. There's an estimated, I think they said about 300 help forums for all the different Google products in various languages. And about 200 top contributors made it to the conference. It was a fairly big thing. It was just a small group of us from the English-speaking YouTube forums. We all met up and had breakfast, although I found that because of jet lag I actually couldn't eat breakfast, but it was nice to have it there if if I wanted it. So then we had the conference itself, and I actually can't say very much about it because of my non-disclosure agreement. So I can't, for example, tell you that we were shown a demo of the latest feature in... Yeah, you see what I mean. What I can say is that it seemed to be a very good and useful conference. The best thing about it was the feeling, I think, that Google were actually willing to listen to us and were asking us what we thought of things. Now, whether anything's going to come out of that or not is a different question, but we did get the impression, or at least I got the impression, that Google were actually listening. Which is good because, of course, we're coming from the user's point of view, whereas Google, of course, is coming from the sort of corporate and engineering point of view. And it's actually good to be able to meet people face to face and to say, look, from our point of view, this could be done better and that could be done better. And also, of course, for Google to be able to say, well, the reason we're doing this is because of that. And so at the end of the first day, we had a bit of a social get-together and a few drinks.
So my voice is a bit rough today, but actually I'm feeling a lot better. Day 2 is about to begin. We had it's an interesting day yesterday. It was a lot more interesting than I thought it would be, and I got my my little special mug, and this thing, which everybody was wondering what the heck it is. Turns out it's a travel blanket, my Google travel blanket. So it's nice to get some free stuff, and today we're going to visit the Googleplex. I'm really interested in that. That's going to be fascinating.
And so off we went to Mountain View, where Google actually has a couple of campuses. We were actually based at the Crittenden campus, and that's where we had breakfast, and I finally managed to get all the YouTubers who were there together to introduce themselves.
So this is the YouTube table, and I'm talking to, hello? Yes, you are. Yes, well done, good, and?
Texas High Def.
Hello.
Google.
I am a stranger in your new land.
You're not even a YouTuber.
No.
No. Right.
It doesn't even say Google on mine.
No strange lands in YouTube.
Don't exile me. I already have to take a shuttle bus to my campus area.
You do realise now that I've got your name.
Yep. No voodoo, no Nyan cats, please.
No what?
No keyboard cats, no cats in general.
You're allergic to cats?
No. Maybe.
Okay.
Musical cats.
Hey. Hello, sir.
Hey,
And you are?
Eric, or Eponius.
All right. And no prizes for guessing?
I'm Piggy now. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Just say your name.
The artist formerly known as Prince.
Well done. And somehow I knew that was going to happen. I've got a short.
We got some more useful work done. It was very helpful again, and then we went to visit the actual Googleplex.
Have you seen the coloured lights?
Oh yeah, Google.
So I say, yeah, Google coloured lights. It's fantastic. Google
They
branded
got their
seats.
home buses, to truck people around.
And I'm joined by Peggy Kay, who's, did I get that right? Yeah. There's also a TC for AdSense, yes. I'm also joined by somebody I don't know.
This is crazy. Yeah, this is where you from.
We weren't actually allowed to film inside the Googleplex. We could film outside, although filming from outside in through the windows was frowned upon. And famously, of course, Google has little kitchens and recreational facilities dotted about all over the place, and people often ask, well, when do they ever work? But actually, I did see quite a few people hard at work. I mean, it does happen. I mean, people take their offices with them in the form of their laptops and things, and plug them in wherever they happen to be. And a lot of the walls are made of glass, so that you can actually see people working, and people sort of drop in rather than sort of telephoning from one department to another. Quite often, people will just sort of drop in by somebody's desk because they can see where they are.
Hello, conference is over, so the fun part begins now. And it was a very good conference, actually. It was very constructive. It wasn't just a meaningless junket. We got a lot of work done. We worked actually quite hard. So it was good, it was useful, and I'm extremely glad that I came. But now I've got a chance to just do some more fun things. And the plan for today, and yes, I am wearing the same t-shirt again. I'm travelling, and I'm sort of reusing clothes, but I did get changed to go out last night, don't worry. So we're actually, most of us YouTubers are going up to YouTube this morning, and Tony's going to put on a beatboxing show of some sort. Apparently we've got permission to film that, at least. You'll know if we've got permission to film that, because then there'll be some of that in this video. If there isn't any of that in this video, then we won't have got permission, which will be a pity. But anyway, whatever. It's going to be good to actually get to YouTube. And then after that, I'm not sure, but Maybe Tony and I might be going off somewhere. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but I don't think anybody is actually. We're just kind of going with the flow. We don't have any particular plans, and we'll see what happens. Okay.
As it is, we actually weren't allowed to film after all, but there is an official video which is up on Tony's channel, which you can have a look at, and we were there, honestly. Wait, what was that? That was disturbing. Most of the others then went off to the airport, which is actually not very far from the YouTube campus, leaving Tony and me. We were there for practically the whole day, actually, and we even went into a meeting. This wasn't part of the official conference, but we actually got some work done, and I'm seriously wondering whether perhaps I should send in an invoice for a consultancy fee. So all in all, it was not just interesting, it was actually useful to be able to come face to face with people and to talk through things and to discuss things and even to argue a little bit. And I hope it actually ends up making a difference. I hope it's all been worth it. It certainly must have cost Google enough. And there's some talk about this happening again, maybe as early as next year, but that's extremely vague. It would be good. We'll see how it goes. But yes, I certainly came away with a satisfying feeling of a good job done. So that was worth it. So, and after that, I was free to do whatever I wanted. But that's the subject of further videos. Stay tuned.